the world is your apple. But what we want to do right now is come back to shamanism and having a spirit teach us what to do with our hands when we're working. Yeah. How I learned this stuff, and the reason we're talking, the reason I'm here is because of this journey. The first journey was, I think it was with Michael Harner in the 3-year program. He had us journey to a teacher, to a journey back to a time when we knew an awful lot about a subject that we wish we could remember today. And I went through the library to get into that reference, and I found myself in China as a student of an acupuncture doctor named Dr. Li. And he has been one of my teachers ever since. So he taught me a lot about the energetic flow. He said the secret to acupuncture is not putting the needle in. That's important. The secret to acupuncture is how you, the practitioner, move the energy over the needles through your intention and the flow that you put through those needles, and how you dance over the body. And that's a big mystery. The other thing he taught me is that micro movements make all the difference. So one time I was messed up. My back was really messed up because my sacrum was broken, and it was displaced, and my tailbone was displaced. I had fallen off a bike. And I was up hiking in the mountains outside of Wenatchee, and it was getting dark and I couldn't move. All of a sudden, my back went into spasms and I couldn't move and I couldn't walk out. I was fucked up and I was alone. And I didn't have my phone. All that. So I sat down on a rock and I was scared. And I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, but Dr. Lee, you got to help me. And he came in and he stood in front of me and he said, do exactly what I do. Mirror me precisely. And he turned his head that much. And then that much. And then this. And then a slight movement up. He just moved these tiny little movements, and all of a sudden, the whole spasm let go. And I could walk out. So micro movements. Tiny little micro movements. Big deal. Really cool. Then the next teacher is a farrier from Ireland. I had read about these farriers who would just put their hands on the horses. So horses were all messed up, and the people would call the farrier, and he'd come and he'd put his hand on the horse, and the horse would be healed. And I thought, I want me some of that. So I journeyed to meet one of these farriers, and that's what took me down the road to meet Jim Masterson and to learn these techniques. And the farrier comes in and works with me still, and he does a lot of deep shamanic practice. So, for example, that horse yesterday, or the horse I just showed you, the woman who owns him, I think, is a little bit, I don't know. She likes to have a lot of treatments done on this horse the horse doesn't need, and that makes him worse. So yesterday, she had his coffin bones injected with blood, they call it PRP. And now he's laid up for a while, and there was nothing wrong with his front feet. There wasn't, that I could find. And I could have my hands all over that animal. So, I don't know. The farrier has come in, and he's treating that so that it heals quickly and the horse is not in pain. So that it's not going to be a long-term situation. It's just a trip. In any case, he does that. You now are going to journey to meet a teacher who will help you learn this. Help you take your shamanism and turn it into a hands-on practice. Because that's really what this class is. We spend all our time in shamanism journeying distance. How do you turn that into a hands-on practice? You give yourself permission to do that, and then what are the steps you can take to make that so? So let's go find that teacher. And then we'll come back, quickly check in, and we'll do the next thing. Mm-hmm. I'm going to drum for 8 minutes. Mm.